nothing to see here. Or there. Or here. Or there. And we just normally drive down the highway with our camouflage helmets on. Yeah. So that's about 10 military trucks that I've passed on I-4 this morning. Just folks in fatigues and helmets. Camouflage vehicles. On I-4. I'm sure it's just the happiest place on earth. Oh no, it looks like somebody's having a bad day right on this off-ramp. And now the cars are starting to pile up behind me, if you see in the mirror. And there's cars like pulled over the side of the road up there. Yikes. What the heck is going on? I know it's just me, but I think going around that bus is probably a bad idea. And props to the guy behind me that's honking his horn. Make people go faster, like that's gonna happen. Yikes, look at that. Some car totally wiped out, and it's backwards. Yikes, that is bad news for today. Here's the other culprits. Boy, boy. Today I'm going to an event called Florida Free Play, which is essentially a retro video game type convention. Walter Day is going to be here, and Billy Mitchell, Walter Day of Twin Galaxies fame, used to keep track of all of the high scores for video games. And if you've ever seen the movie King of Kong, Billy Mitchell is supposed to be here as well. And if you haven't seen King of Kong, and it's on Netflix, I think it's really worth checking out. It's an awesome movie. So it's 20 bucks to get in, or 45 for the weekend, and you can play all the classic games that you want for free. Well, not for free, but for your gate admission, but no extra charge. Night driver!
They don't have fire trucks here.
And you remember Dave.
Fire truck.
So we got like overlays for video games, and over here, you'll never believe it, but it's Billy Mitchell's hot sauce, dude. That is incredible. Never surrender, never. And Walter Day. Look at this, we got a bunch of boards for video games. And it's power supply. Yeah. I love these old school pinball games. And look, Creature of the Black Lagoon. What? Amazing. So in here we got a competition room where people are playing and competing. This is pretty rad, not gonna lie. We're competing on AC/DC pinball right now. The score is like 279 million. I love that Metallica pinball game. We're gonna have to play that. So here's the scoreboards for how people were competing. That is awesome. So Dave and I are gonna play track and field. This was one of our big games to play when we were little kids. Look at that gear. This was a joystick breaker at home, for sure. With the Atari 2600 joysticks, you had to go like this, back and forth. And in the arcades, the buttons would always break because people would hammer on them with quarters. I won the first heat. Look at my Eddie's mustache. There it is. I'm glorious. The winner's guys. Here's the greatest part of this game now. We're gonna watch Dave's face as he's mashing the buttons. Dave is black for the purposes of this game. Oh, epic fail.
Yeah, Jay, try it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
hold on.
Yeah. Kyle's going now.
You gotta get my face too.
Nice.
Oh, damn, if you hold the jump button down long, it makes the arc go up higher.
Okay.
We're remembering now. There goes Dave. Oh my god, run, Dave. We gotta do it faster. Oh, that was like 20 degrees. You gotta hold the button.
I don't remember.
All right, Dave's doing the javelin. Do it, Dave. What the hell? Oh yeah, Dave is rocking the classic Atari Star Wars.
I have 478 on this one. Like number 8.
It's like it's going in slow motion.
This is how the game is.
By the way, Roxy the Rancor made an appearance here too. And if you like Roxy the Rancor, if you can do a little Google search. Some folks in Jacksonville made the Rancor from top to bottom. This is just Roxy's head. But you can, it's a full-size Rancor that you can take pictures with at conventions. It's in need of some repairs, so they have a Kickstarter campaign, and it looks really fantastic for the stuff that you can get. I'm not big into Kickstarter, but Roxy is phenomenal. Just size comparison, that's how big Roxy's head is. So it's full scale to Return of the Jedi. Well worth checking out. It's Walter Day, and that's the back of Dave's head. But it's Walter Day, and I'm back of Dave's head. From Twin Galaxies.
A couple more guys will join us. Billy Mitchell, who's also known as the Paris Hilton of the video game world. We'll be here soon. Well, I'm always honored to be here. And Billy, Paris Hilton of the video game world.
I had to make an announcement in the other room that our friend West was trying for the Donkey Kong record. If he doesn't get it, he will not be permitted in next year. And, Mr. Studley, all the way from Liverpool, England, is trying for perfect Pac-Man. And we have immigration waiting for him.
Out of time like Pac-Man, how do you eat, drink? There's no pause, so I can't last more than an hour playing any of the games straight through because I get really achy and.
Try 85 hours.
Yeah, I've read. I'm like, how do you do that? Do you...
On Pac-Man, there is a way to walk away from the game and keep the game safe. There's a safe spot that you can park your character in.
I don't have that luxury with Donkey Kong, unfortunately, but I mean, like every game has like their own. They're all different enough, so if you play a game enough time, you can kind of pick certain spots. So like with me, is that I usually just put like one bottle of water on top of my cabinet when I play, and then when you clear the rivet board and finish the level, it does like, it gives you music, it shows the animation, so that's a little bit more time than any other board that you clear, so that's usually when I would take the time to uncap my water bottle, maybe take a sip, and then get ready for the next level.
When I did the first perfect Pac-Man, I was playing, but there were people around me. And without lying to you, unlike today, we were fighting for every bit of media we could get. And Walter, remember the guy's name there from the Boston Phoenix or Boston whatever?
Back in 1999?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. It was a guy and a girl. They did a big feature on it.
Yeah, so they're there, and so while I'm playing there, can we talk to you? Yeah, what can I do for you? And I'm playing, he goes, what happened there? Yeah, I went off pattern. I almost died because I'm getting distracted. And so then I had played so long, at one point I go, playing longer than I wanted to, I go, can you do me a favor? Yeah, just stand here. Don't let anyone come near this machine. I gotta go to the bathroom. So then I go to the bathroom, and when I come back, and he had guarded the machine, and I can keep playing. So yeah, you can do what David said, and something, I mean, I had to do it. First of all, I felt like we needed every bit of media we could. And there were people all around. I needed him to guard the game, but the truth of the matter is, sometimes you have to. And in Donkey Kong, luckily it's less. It's 3 hours. And because, I don't know, in the best case scenario, you'd have, what, about 30 seconds?
Hallucinations is the interesting thing, especially in Cuba. Because one of Billy and I's most favorite stories of all is when we were watching Jay Kim, this little guy from Korea,
14 years old.
14 years old. It's at Twin Galaxies. It's January 1984. He's playing Hubert. He's now in like his 45th hour or so as we enter the second morning.
It's like late Saturday morning.
Late Saturday morning. It was like Sunday morning maybe. It was something like that. And he's completely losing it now because of hallucination. Losing men like crazy. Losing men like crazy.
He says, well, you got to help me, man. How am I going to help you? He goes, I can't see the screen.
Yeah, because his big eyes were so his vision was so eroding so fast. And essentially, so you have to understand that when someone can reach that advanced stage of a big marathon like that, that they're just losing it, and it is so hard for them to keep it all together at that time, and anything to distract them and completely throw them all off, like hitting a little thing on the road. If you're driving 150 miles per hour, the car's going to bounce off into a field or something. Well, so he's prepared to just completely lose it at any moment.
There's people trying to help him. There's a couple of, as Kelly and Liz, a couple of nice groupie girls, and they were up all night and they were trying to feed him stuff. You know, he said he had a headache. They went and got him an aspirin. He didn't want it. They sort of forced it on him. So then he had an upset stomach, so they got him a little something for his stomach. He'd been playing like 10 minutes after the aspirin. They put the thing up to his mouth and he spits the aspirin out in the cup. He never even took the aspirin. He was really going wacky. He's doing the colors and he's all over. And he goes down, he jumps in the corner, and he rides the disc to the top. He's all over, he jumps in the corner, rides it. And there's no disc. And he goes, where the hell is the disc? And I used it. Oh. And he's doing the colors. And he gets all the colors, and he backs up. And his guy dies. He goes, what happened? I go, man, that's the wrong color. You know, he had changed them to all the wrong colors, and now he has no disc. It's all over.
So at this moment of tremendous desperation, the sun's rising and TV cameras that are back
there. Yeah, he's losing his men.
He's losing men like crazy, and he just can't do anything, and anything will unnerve him. The public's beginning to come in, and beginning to look over his shoulder, and think, watch this. Then a little girl walks up and looks over his shoulder and watches intently for a while. Then suddenly she reaches in front of him and slaps the quarter down on the machine. He's absolutely shocked, and he stares at the quarter almost like a person staring fixated at a snake that's looking at him. And Billy says, what are you doing? He says, she put a quarter on the game. And Billy goes, what? He said, yeah, she put a quarter on the game. And Billy goes, she put a quarter on the game? And then you turn to the little girl and say, you put a quarter on the game? She says, yeah. And I'm next.
Another question, I go back and forth and I'm waiting for the answer. The answer we all finally gonna get. And he goes, Mr. Mitchell, you know far more about Pac-Man than we know. And so, I like it when I get the wise guys. Somebody will say something like, oh, you think you're so smart. You think you know more about the game than the guy who made it. Yeah, he told me I did. I mean, and you know, they've made cell phones and stuff like that. And different companies have had questions for them that they have no idea. And they've referred them to call me. And they'd send me something to test it to see if it's authentic. So that's kind of flattering, obviously. But they said, we have no idea we just run program. We have no idea how it falls together. In a true glitch that upsets the Apple Card, they don't learn that until somebody brings it to their attention. And again, if it's going to cost them money, as in the case of Joust, they'll change it. If it makes one of these guys unhappy, they could care less. Picking on them. But I go there and I do something and the manufacturers go, wow, as he says, because they've been testing it for months. Wow, we can never do that. And I say, it's because you're not Billy Mitchell. That was my line. So I use that line in humor when I'm picking on Walter. Walter say, I can't get this reservation. Well, we're not Billy Mitchell. I'll get it. Precedent, Walter was saying, this is crazy, this is crazy. I think it was Rob, got the game, we took the board, we sent it to Nintendo, to a guy named Wayne, who had to go up in the attic and get special tools in order to test it, because they don't do that anymore. And he tested, he went and he tested every single problem, I mean, however many there are. And he authenticated that it was absolutely legitimate. And he said of the 4 different board sets they've made, that is the most difficult one. Okay, then he sent it, instead of sending it to me, Walter made arrangements for the guy at Games Works, who we've lost track of, who actually received the board, went to the event here in Orlando, plugged it in, locked the cabinet with a padlock and a security guard there, and they kept it in a location. And then the next day I showed up to play it. Then they took the board out and they FedExed it back to Nintendo. I never even got to see it. And he re-verified that it was the same board and retested it all. Then he sent it to me in a box. I still got it in a box. I never took it out. But sometimes you go to extents like that just, I don't know, just to twist the knife a little bit. Improve it. Well, I don't know that anybody does. I do that.
Is anybody going
But think of how much money he saves on shampoo.
Billy got it.
Not by much.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm gonna have to work hard to stay ahead of the next year.
Well, you look at him trying to die before I got here, even once for sure.
So let's hear it for the panel for.
The best shows we do are hate mail with Billy Mitchell.
Is it Steve Weeby?
Come on.
Did you get Ryan?
You're a pistol. I'm sorry, I'll be ready in a second. So I do get strange voicemails from time to time, which we'll have a fun here for a second. Imagine if this really happened.
I'm heading over to Fun Spot right now. I got a pumpkin pie with me. I'll see if I can smash it on Robert like that. But talk to you soon. Let me know how the show's going. Bye.
So he's going to go and just smash Robert Mirzak with a pumpkin pie.
So this is cool. You got the Gorf video game and the Gorf title belt. That's ridiculous. So you got a bunch of merchandise, like pinball stuff, all kinds of pinball things. Actually, Walking Dead charity game where you pay $5 to try to get your high score. Old classic games. Oh, these are cool. These are like the little wax things that you melt together with the iron. Duck Hunt. Godzilla. More digital prints. You know what's incredible? It smells just like a classic arcade in here too. Oh, dude.
This is the hustle and bustle I miss so much. I just don't hear anymore.
People need a shower besides video games.
Wait that long, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a day long since remembered. That's right. So we bought a bottle of Billy Mitchell's hot sauce from the event. And now we're going to get him to sign it. Are you excited?
Yeah. Let's try it.
Dave's playing the Return of the Jedi game and he sucks at it.
Yeah. You gotta remember.
By the way, this is in mint condition. You can buy this for $2,000. How many Subway sandwiches is that? I like killing Dave with stupid questions. You gotta watch out for those trees. Oh, dude. Dude, I said watch out for the trees. By the way, I saved the galaxy. Unlike Dave, I didn't screw it up. Second place, dude. So this bear is from Chuck E. Cheese. I would love if somebody could tell me in the comments what Chuck E. Cheese has to do with arcade games. Please, somebody let me know. I like that Space Ace isn't working, and the reason why, Windows XP. Hi, I'm Bill Paxson. Lots of traffic, and there's a car completely smashed on the side of the road. Look at that. You guys get the point about living in Orlando. Lots of traffic fun on a daily basis. Mary made these awesome chicken parm sandwiches with like homemade mozzarella cheese. That's awesome. How is it?
It's good.
And we're watching the Survivor series. It's pretty awful so far. How's the sandwich?
Almost done.
Ooh, good or bad?
Very good.
2 on the Mary scale.
3.5.
And she made it herself.
Yep.
I thought it was delicious. I think everything that Mary makes is delicious.
No.
It's Sammy. He's like, hey, let's watch wrestling. Look at Sammy, he's having nightmares. His paw's moving. What could he be dreaming about? Watch this. He's just out cold. Sammy.
His paws are still moving.
Yeah, his eyes, his little snout's twitching, and his back paw. Come on, buddy.
Aww.
Wake up. So we watched The Walking Dead, and it was alright. It's another story builder. It wasn't anything fantastic. I really think, and you're going to hear me say this over and over again every week, unless they put an end date to the show, like they did with Lost when it was meandering, we will never keep up the frenetic pace of like the first 2 episodes of this year of the season so far. So we're going to be stuck with a lot of mediocre episodes of character building and dragging things out. So anyway, hopefully next week, since it's the mid-season finale, things will be great, because you know they will be, and they'll leave us with a cliffhanger that'll make us want to come back to watch more mediocrity. So I will say on this end, at least it makes me want to go to sleep. So on that note, I'm going to bed. Thanks for all of the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. We'll see you guys tomorrow.